Hello, this is my quick takeaway on the Mason bottle. So Mason jar made bottles for babies, and I know a lot of parents who are like, why would I get glass bottles for my baby? Obviously they have some concern that that wouldn't be so safe and they would all just break and you'd have to be constantly buying new bottles all the time. So two reasons. One is, it's pretty in fashion right now to be a little less trashy and get things that are reusable. And also sanitization is a concern because plastic bottles not only have chemicals, but they also can be breeding grounds for bacteria and things that can leach into baby's milk that we don't want to be in baby's milk. And if, for example, you lose a bottle that has milk in it under the couch for a couple of weeks and find it and it is very moldy, you probably want to just throw that plastic bottle away because I don't think that you could ever fully get it clean again. Whereas with the glass bottles, they are completely sterilizable. And I would feel comfortable, boiling them or sterilizing them in some way and giving that back to my baby. So that's a couple of reasons why people go to them. So the one drawback is that they are glass, and yes, they are breakable. I will say they are very thick. The rim is pretty thick, as you can see. They have these ridges on the bottoms too that help keep them from just sliding around. Each set comes with silicone sleeves that helps to make them a little more shatterproof. And in our experience, we started out with the starter pack, I guess is what it's called, and that was 3 6-ounce jars, 3 2-ounce jars, all come with their own color-coded lids. Excuse me. The lid has a leak-proof little silicone ring inside, and they do not leak once these lids are on. And the 2 silicone sleeves, 3 nipples, and they have various flow sizes, so they grow with your baby, and the 2 rings, and there's also a cover for the nipple. I don't have it on right now, but I think there was 2 of those. So that was the set that we started with, and we used them until our baby was about 7 or 8 months old, and he wanted more than 6 ounces. So we did graduate to a plastic bottle that was just bigger. And then I started using these for food storage. So I was making his purees and they were great for that. So we still could use them. We just didn't give them to him, which I think, back to the breakable matter, was actually a pretty good time to wean him off of these bottles because he was becoming more mobile. He was crawling by then. He wasn't as rough with things as he is now, so and he wasn't walking, so he was closer to the ground. But I definitely wouldn't give them to him now. I don't think they are that strong. So it was a good time to kind of just use them for myself and for his food preparation instead of actually giving them to him. And in that time, we lost 2, and one time I was washing them in our cast iron sink and slipped and only cracked. Another time, I can't remember what the situation was or the surface that it fell on, but it did actually break. So we lost 2. Isn't a bad track record. And one time I was washing them in the sink, and how many times do you slip and something is slippery, drops out of your hand, and you break it in the sink? So no times was my baby holding them. So I would recommend them. I would use them again. We are planning to use them again for our next baby, and I feel comfortable that in the time period that we haven't been using them, that I can just sterilize them, give them right to baby number 2, and we'll use them all over again. Whereas a plastic bottle might kind of get a little filmy or definitely have scratches on it where bacteria could grow, and I probably wouldn't reuse the plastic bottles for as long as I will be able to use these mason bottles. So all in all, we had a good experience, and I recommend.